Hey everybody, I'm back. Sorry about the huge lack of streams over the past couple of weeks. I just started like falling asleep at like 6 p.m. and so instead of doing what would probably have been the smart thing and realign streams to take place more in like the afternoon or something, I just ended up not streaming for a bit. And it's real bad because the week before, too, I was going to start doing it because I had an idea of, oh, I'm going to go on a new schedule and we're going to go Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, aiming for 6 p.m., but we've got a window of starting up between 6 and 8 p.m. And then it just was a complete wreck, and I didn't really get to do it that week because, yeah. And then by the time I finally got my sleep schedule righted, I was gonna do it yesterday, but I felt like absolute dog yesterday. Which, excuse me, I'm readjusting my chair. It's kind of spiked to the 70s, give or take here, temperature wise, and that's degrees Fahrenheit for anybody who's watching who's from a place that doesn't use those, which is most of the world. And fair enough, really. Which is a bit of a jump, like from about 15 to 20 degrees more. And it's just been like really hot in my particular room. And again, I think part of it is just that my PC lets out a lot of heat. I feel like I need to try repositioning it in some way. And, yeah, yesterday I had my windows open, I had multiple fans going, and I was still just felt like I was melting. I think part of it also didn't help. There was like no wind, so air circulation, what's that? Anyway, yeah, so from here on, today is a Tuesday, but after this point, it's going to be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, again, trying to start between 6 and 8, and still 3-hour streams, barring anything going wrong. Today, just as one last little bit of warning, is that apparently there's a bit of a storm advisory going on right now. I'm sitting here like, what is actually specifically the technical? Because, you know, there's like watch, warning, and they all sound pretty similar, but they are technically actual classifications that are different. Basically, if I suddenly drop off the stream out of nowhere, it's because I have to get to the basement to, like, be safe. And if you hear a lot of background noise, again, that's probably the amount of fans that I have running right now, because I don't live alone and nobody else wants the AC on right now, which, fair enough, it's not that hot out and the temperature's gonna drop, so I get it. Anyhow, let us get ourselves back into Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, which we are almost done with. And I'm thankful for that. Because, let me tell you, this is probably a very unpopular opinion, but I would rather play the first game than this one. This is a case where I feel a big thing is that Insomniac definitely overcompensated with regard to the boss fights. Because, yeah, in Spyro 1 they were pretty bad, but in this game, even the simplest one is just massively overstretched. And Insomniac has often been kind of bad at balancing boss fights, to be fair. Now, you combine that also with the standard sequel impetus of, oh, we gotta make it bigger. Which is a pretty big problem with collectathon type games when, you know, there's already too much stuff in most of them to begin with. So just adding more is a bit of a problem. And I don't 100% remember where all the rest of the levels are. I think they're all in the back of the world, but I just had to double check. Yeah, so I start to feel like this is verging a little bit on the too much. It's not like DKC3 or DK64 levels of too much shit, but it's definitely getting a little bit like, okay, I'm spending way too much time in some of these levels, frankly, and it's starting to wear me down. Which means that I'm kind of dreading the next game in the series a little bit. With sincere apologies to the, I'm sure, many fans of Year of the Dragon. And just the series in general. This is a 90s platformer series. Oh, hey, there's invisible walls that electrocute us a little bit.
This insurrection from the farms has got quite out of hand. We need someone to restore order. Find the inventor droid. She's been working on something big.
Oh god, I should probably... I never did actually finish streaming Metroid Dread. I gave up on it pretty fast in terms of that because I was using Joy-Cons. But I do have a real Switch controller now a couple years later. I should probably try streaming that again at some point. It's actually a pretty decent game compared to what I thought it was when I have a controller.
I expect it will start working again if you just give it a good whack, though.
Although saying that, Metroid Dread does have some repetition of boss fights and stuff. Which one's my... There we go. It's triangle button. Okay. You know, no manual. Which, again, is a big sad when it comes to... video games nowadays. They need to... I wish they would bring back manuals for stuff that you get in hard copy. It'd be a little bit harder for, like, a digital version of this, which, to be fair, I'm playing this on Steam, so I wouldn't have a manual anyway. But those aren't really a thing with console games anymore, and that really disappoints me. Yeah, no, playing Dread was genuinely miserable with just the Joy-Cons, especially because LOL Joy-Con drift. But controllers are a little bit less... Wow, they just absolutely annihilated my ass. Wow, that's mean. I mean, saying that, Dread still has some issues that are never going to be solved through that, like... the sheer amount of boss repetition. Like, those Chozo warriors, you fight like 20 of them in that game. It's not that many, it's like 5. But they're all the same fight and they aren't fun to begin with. And I know that there's a couple instances of that in some of the other games. Like, I like Metroid Prime, but you fight a lot of just the standard elite pirate. And then there's, well, I guess you could say that about Corex in Metroid Fusion.
A vicious ox has taken over our armory, and here we thought that freezing the walkway would keep animals out. The ox is very tough. I would advise using the bombs against it, and it will probably take several bombs at that.
You guys got something to help me launch these a little better? Also, I like how they're not giving me a challenge rating for this, Oh boy. Yeah, aiming these is quite frustrating. And they're far too large for us to pick up and chomp, so... I have a feeling I'm going to be stuck on this for a while, just in terms of not getting anywhere. Oh, we landed a hit after I said something, but... new TCG ban list. I forgore if I've seen that. I died. I think I saw that, and I saw there was something on there, and it's like, oh, actually, it doesn't hit, like, Diabell Star very hard or anything like that, or Snake Eyes is what the deck is, right? Yeah, I kind of forget what was going on with that, so...
Excellent work, Dragon.
Oh, hey, we managed to do that without taking a hit the second time. Neat. I'll take an orb. A orb, yeah, that's how we're gonna phrase it, is a orb. How many of those do we still need? That's gonna end us on a pretty weird number, huh? Yeah, 4 more for this level, plus whatever's in the other level. Oh, yeah! Linkuriboh was banned. That's right. That's like one of the ones that I recognize. Hi, Mark. And I recognize Linkuriboh because I saw it in Skull Servants, not in like any of these decks that people actually play. Anyway, yeah, hi, Mark. I'm finally finishing this now that I'm not dead, and only, like, I don't know, 80% sweat today as opposed to 190% yesterday or something. Whatever, I said it earlier in the stream, but I was gonna try and get back to this, but I felt like death yesterday, and also you really can't charge those guys at all. That's unfortunate. I was pressing the button. Maybe I wasn't pressing it hard enough. Ooh, is this gonna give us the Super Flame and Flight? That's pretty nice. Ooh.
Spyro, I heard you were coming. Thank you for your efforts in thwarting this attempted coup. Please take this item, which living creatures seem to like. It's a first for Avalar, a combination power-up. Thank goodness you're here to test it out. These invading sheep in their spaceships must be stopped.
Invading sheeps? Oh, no, that's just... Those are some pretty big sheep, actually. Thankfully we're not on a timer for this. Because I'm obviously going to need to reload the power up at some point. I just want to go get my health and stuff. Yeah, I was working on that, but I was like, I don't know where there's a critter. I do now, though. Alright, stay back from those. Head stomp, and we will let that circle back around. No, I'm gonna go pick up these things here. Character from Garfield and Friends. Oh, did we not? Do we have to hit them on the top or something?
Excellent work. You knocked.
Congratulations, we We murdered some sheeps.
I knew it. Those first sheep sent out a...
More of them, huh? Well, I guess that's technically a challenge. I want the treasure before I forget about it. Oh, now, see, I would tell you not to be so mean about it, but there's definitely... there was something stupid that happened recently about Nintendo things, and I can't remember what it was. Other than the fact that... Let's see. I'm trying to think if there was anything major that happened in emulation stuff, other than the fact that that Suyu project that seemed to spring up after Yuzu died has, unsurprisingly, turned out to be a, you know, a poorly maintained bit of a gag.
Nice flying, Airman. You've proven the genius of my double power-up invention.
Has there been anything interesting going on with Pokemon lately, now that you... there's been a small amount of discussion, at least that I've seen on Twitter, because I guess the Orlando regionals were today or yesterday or something, but there was a lot of hype about Amoonguss, and the guy that Wolf Glick beat was outed as being a huge transphobe after losing the match. So there's been a lot of posting of trans rights Amoonguss, which I think is very funny. But also, like, damn, Amoonguss is really, really difficult to deal with, huh? Just... Oh, for some reason, those are so silly, I thought they were actually interactables. So on the other hand, I'm also just sitting here wondering exactly what percentage of, you know, people on, people on the internet are kind of responding to that, like, oh, well, you know, the kind of response that you'd expect. I'm not even going to try to pretend to make up words because, hey, I'm not that horrible of a person. Anyhow, yeah, and then again, talking about that also made me think, because there were some interviews with Yoko Taro going around today. Yoko Taro, of course, being the guy behind the Drakengard / Nier series. And one of them saying something about how he liked Stellar Blade, and the response to that has been basically what you would expect if you know who the people who enjoy Stellar Blade are. Which is to say, not that anybody was upset to hear that, but that you had a lot of right-wing whack jobs who were making up this whole idea of, like, oh, well, you know, like, people just being like, oh, well, they're surely they'd be disappointed, and I don't think anybody actually cares that much. Like, interestingly, people who actually like Yoko Taro's games know what kind of guy he is. And it's like, wow, I would not have thought anything about this in any direction whatsoever until the weirdos started doing their weirdo shit, right? And that is me still lacking 7 treasures. I have no idea where they are. But with it being 7 that I'm missing, it's not going to be a single object, so hopefully it is, like, all in the same place and I can get them fairly easily. Okay, I don't know why I expected to, like, go back up further or have iframes for that matter, because it's Spyro the Dragon. That's not a thing. Well, back down we go, because I'm not 100% sure where this treasure is. And if I need the double power for it, I'll just have to hope I remember a nice quick path back. Oh, that should be fun. Is anything else going on that I know of in terms of, like, any video game stuff? The character I've been looking forward to in a mobile game releases tomorrow. And I have an amount of draws saved, so I mean, that's something, but that's not necessarily... Oh yeah, Indie World Showcase tomorrow, also known as the entire internet is still gaslighting themselves into thinking that Silksong is a real game. Anniversary. That's a bit mean, isn't it? You know... Again, I've probably taught... leading off a sentence with again, like I'm about to say something that I've said before. I've probably talked about people misusing the term gaslighting before. So for me to do that, it's a little bit like, you know, hey, glass houses and shit, but I made a post on the not as good social media website earlier today referring to Silksong as the Duke Nukem Forever of indie games. And I mean that a couple of different ways here, because first of all, how long has it been? Not 20 years, that's for sure, but still quite a while. And number B, part two here, is the other big issue is that, okay, Duke Nukem Forever was very, very bad. Yes, that is absolutely true. But also, more importantly, Duke Nukem Forever was not going to live up to the sheer amount of hype associated with 20 years of people waiting for it to not actually get anywhere. And then I'd say be cobbled together in a weekend if it weren't for the release of that early build. But... excuse me. But still, my point stands about how... Are these just regular critters? Yeah, they are. I wasn't sure, because they were standing still and positioned very deliberately, so... I don't know, I figured it was a little odd that they wouldn't have any sort of movement of that sort. Anyway, yeah, the Duke Nukem Forever comment is, yeah, okay, Duke Nukem Forever is bad, but there was that much hype for it, building up over so much time. Even if Duke Nukem Forever was a good game, like best of the generation tier, even if that were the case, and, you know, if it weren't, like, really disgusting in some parts in a way that's, like, you know, deeply unacceptable, even if it weren't for that, it would still not be as good as all of that hype would be building towards, is kind of what I'm saying. And Silksong is going to end up in the same situation. That I think people are going to be like, we waited this long for that? Yeah, Half-Life 2 Episode 3 is definitely never going to happen. I mean, there were, like, chunklets of script and stuff that were dumped onto the internet by Mark Laidlaw, so... even aside from timescale and the fact that Valve doesn't develop video games anymore, I think that ship has sailed just as a consequence of that. What is that? Is that a really horribly diseased lemon? Well, it seems to do some good damage.
These here pests have infested our farm. Could you find the time to help us get rid of them? Find your way over to the giant bug lamp, turn it on so we can zap any more feeding pests.
Okay, yeah, I had to place it that was like a correct biohazard symbol, because my brain was like, that doesn't look right, but it's... If nothing else, it's not that far off. Also, look at these giant metal carrots. They found a way to grow metal plant life. That's something. Oh, that's good, actually. That's my specialty when I write words. Well, actually, that's not true, but... It is, but it actually controls better, so... Except that in this case, the author is hurting you, the person, and there is no comfort because you... Oh, okay, I gotta like stomp this thing on its... Yeah. Is that a ladybug that's combined with a Roomba with knives attached? Builds a golf club. That's a choice I can get behind, I think. You know what? I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna get one of those lumps of solidified DDT that Spyro probably should not be putting in his mouth. Just a guess, you know. I'm no expert, but I don't think dragons are immune to pesticides. Lethal Company updated? Doesn't that happen like every 18 hours or something? I mean, there's been a lot of content added to Lethal Company since well, I'll say since it first became big, because I don't know when it came out. At least it seems like there's been a lot of stuff added to it. So, oh, is it really mostly mods? That's kind of impressive, but also a large part of that to me is like, wow, that happened fast. See, because I'm used to game modding stuff being very, very slow of a process. So when I first hear about, the first mods for something, I'm like, if it's fast, it's kind of surprising. That was a very, mostly just me getting crushed by a barrel, and that was the most embarrassing part of it, really. Anyway, yeah, basically, I guess that at least to me, it's like mods kind of end up landing in that sort of zone where it's like any hack for a game that's newer than like the 5th generation just kind of seems like dark magic is involved to me. So mods of modern games would naturally kind of fall under that. And yeah, I know I've played plenty of modded Minecraft. I should probably not think that's too weird, but you know, outlier and everything. Barrel from Mega Man Legends? Wait. That's some long leggies on those guys, by the way. I don't know why it took me that long to realize they only had 2 limbs, but here we are. Yeah, I waited too long for that to... Ow. Ah, yes, just what the wasps needed was to be gigantic machines of death. Oh god, chicken game. Oh jeez. Oh. Oh boy. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll take chicken game over Mystic Mine.
These darn bugs are making a joke of my expensive robot scarecrows. Can you chase them down and flame them, Spyro?
I probably can, but, you fool, you're using scarecrows to deal with bugs. Crows aren't bugs. They're birds. Okay, so this is like, I gotta just jump shot these fellas, huh? Just taking a guess. But I'm gonna have to do it from like fairly specific locations, basically. And maybe less than I think. Oh, they reset. Oh, that's... What a joyous occasion. That's better.
The fields are safe from those flying vermin, Spyro. Take this doodad I done dug up yesterday.
This doodad, yeah, that's a good description for it. Orb, etc. Wow, that encounter could have gone a little bit better. I'm digging the vibes on this level, by the way. This is, like, definitely... This is a very Ratchet and Clank kind of styled thing. At least it feels like it to me. From, like, the first game, kind of. So these things actually function like... No, they don't. Oh, do they? Alright. Also, yeah, that feels like the first time the hover jump has been a thing of great relevance to us in a while. I probably should have been using it during that level with the chasing the kangaroo, but that was like 2 weeks ago.
Way to go, Spyro! Them varmints won't be coming near our crops now. Can I offer you a reward?
Hey, we got us an orb. So there's one more left in the level, and that should be the last orb in the entire game. And there's also a bunch more treasure to get, which I believe is going to take us to a rounded 6,000. I feel like having a nice round 6,000 seems like a good and correct number, really. Okay, yeah, that's you. Airflow is going to take us up to... Yeah, this is going to take us up to the end, basically. Now it's going to take us over here, which is even better, because there's a bunch of treasure we didn't have. Probably big metal pumpkins. We got one of these things, the mystery vase or whatever it's called. It has an official name that's less silly than that, but I've forgotten already. So I'm just gonna call it the question mark jar. And time for a good old backwards world tour here. Thankfully, it seems to be just staying within sight, basically. Ooh, I spoke a little too soon. That's a position, all right. And seeing that thing over there, that just... Oh, hey, that's easy. Seeing that the harder to break thing over there, that worries me because that's going to be a nice long supercharge that I'm going to have to do. Anyway, I didn't quite tell where the vase went to, except that I saw grass. Clearly, I don't have the lay of the land as well as I'd like to, but I was yammering. This isn't climbable, is it? No. There it is, right at the start. And worth a decent chunk of purple gems. Okay, so we're gonna end at 5,900, I guess? Alrighty.
Drive my tractor all around the farm, but some fool robot blocked the path up. Do you think you can clear things
Farmer
up?
Barleycorn to go with Farmer John, right? Ooh, boy. Okay. Let's go deal with this thing. Now, hopefully we don't have to do this all in one go, otherwise, well, A, that would be quite silly, and B, that would be pretty tough. Okay, I sort of see where we're going here with the... I just didn't see these jars the time before. Did I fall off of this earlier? Probably did. Those chunks last a while, so that can produce some confusion. Oh, I didn't do it all in one go, so come on, it's not that impressive, dude. Alright, so we're going back through the path real quick just to make sure that I didn't miss any of the treasure in here. And I sure did. However, it was only 2. Is this off the stage? Yes. But I wasn't sure. Alright, we're missing how much now? 16 treasure. Well, the carrots can't be dealt with our normal stuff. Maybe we can... If supercharging the carrots is a thing, I'll come back to that after I've exhausted my other options. Because until then, that sounds really silly. Oh no, that's one of those things. It's like, how did I just miss that? I'll tell you how, it's because it's not a treasure, actually. This elevator thing seems to be functional. Oh, is that how I'm supposed to deal with the... Yes, it is. I didn't have to supercharge that at all. Well, that was silly of me, but that's okay. Sometimes life is more about the results than how you got there. This looks like... Nope. Maybe not so much. Excuse me. Is anything down here? Sure am. That's just a weird game. And that even more so than usual. This is... That's really tough, actually, huh? How'd I get it right the first time and then not any other time afterwards? There we go. And yeah, I could have just taken the short path, but still. Oh, I heard that little bit of jingle and I thought for a second that it was that one was actually worth a one-up. Not that time. Nope. So we've been there already. Never mind. I didn't miss anything over here, did I? Oh, I see that the jerk bugs are back. Okay, so I did miss a couple of these vases back here, which just puts our target to 10 that we're missing. Which is a little bit more sensible of like a 1 to 2 objects that we missed sort of thing. It's a round and a small number. that again. That weirdly diseased object. I'm not 100% sure what that thing is supposed to be. Other than a reskin of the lava rock, but... I wasn't expecting that to do anything for me. Rest of our mini golf windmills here. Wow, that felt like I came out of first-person view and then got electroshocked. It's not what happened, but at least not without an intervening step. But it felt like it, and it kind of looked like it a little bit, so it was very funny as a consequence. But yeah, I'm really at a loss on these last 10 bits of treasure. It's probably just hidden in some grass somewhere. The depth of the grass is definitely a thing that causes me some issue with finding a lot of stuff in these games. I just felt like blowtorching those, that's all. As I continue to be like, where are these last 10 treasure? And again, it is a big throw off continuously having those weird yellow rocks around. Ooh, here we go. Ah, yeah, that was the last treasure we were missing. I just didn't see that the whole time. That's kind of embarrassing. Oh well, that should be the last level for World 3, and so we should now only have a final boss that'll be a trial and a half, I'm sure. Just because it'll take a while. You know, knowing the previous two bosses in this game anyway. Yeah. Game totaled 96%. We got 100% on all these levels. I don't see any more levels here. We got that one done already. Robotica Farms. There's only a few levels in this world, right? Because it's just that the second one is double sized because they didn't finish making a world map for it, basically. Oh,
Spyro,
we can
now
go fight
you've got the
Ripto.
orbs. Ripto's demise is only moments away, right? Right? Well, anyway, good luck. He's right through this door.
All right, let's go for it.
Yeah.
That's a fancy twig with its unfinished D20 on the top.
Yeah! Come back here, you useless animals!
Hey, Shorty, maybe I can help.
What? You again?
Yup. If you want to test that power crystal, why don't you try it on me? I'll stand still, I promise.
I like that idea. Dragon, you've just sealed your fate.
No, he's a little shrimpy fellow.
Spyro, we want to help you fight Ripto. Elora is using the orbs you collected to store power-up energy. Hunter will throw the powered-up orbs to you as they become ready. Even as we speak, the professor is experimenting with new forms of power-up energy. So you'll soon have abilities that no one has ever seen before.
Ah, good. Now I have to learn how to use my new things on the fly here, huh?
Anyway, speaking of short,
Okay, so he can pick up the orbs as well. Hey, Hunter, do you want to be like less bad at this orb dropping business, dude? Thank you for the sub. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out how this works because, you know. Ooh, yeah, we did like 1 damage. Out of like 8,000 or something. Oh, he's sweating. That's a mood. Oh, he's shooting balls at me. Hunter, why'd you throw like that many orbs down in the middle of me having to worry about this guy's bullet hell? Alright, so the blue orb, I guess, is like a supercharge that actually has some sort of electric field thing on it now. Well, clearly, Mr. Aghanim here needs to give me his scepter and his shard. Wait, no, I need to wait 15 minutes for that to be a thing. Oh. Yeah, sorry. My brain is bad. I appreciate how he just gets all like, what? Whenever I get a power-up. Oh. Hunter practically just fed that to him. All right, dude. You know, I've known for a while that you're a bit of a turncoat. But come on. And meanwhile, I'm just picturing Ripto like starting up this fight and pulling out a can opener, and you know, as soon as Hunter starts dropping the balls, immediately he hears that can opener and off he goes. Where's... There, that'll do. I thought it was green before, but alright. Is that all to the fight? Or there's gotta be more to it, right? Shows it. Yeah, there's a second phase, and he's got one of these things that probably can still eat balls. Yep. It sure can. Boy, I hope that his cyborg bull thing that eats can't also eat my health and recover health for itself, like in that one other boss fight that is not great design. Urgh. God damn, he's just so fast. Hey, Hunter, do you want to, like, try actually just giving them to me instead of... You know, take your blinders off, buddy. Come on. I thought you were supposed to be helping me. Well, at the very least, he's quite prone to standing still, so... I will say that at least they were polite enough to do that. As now we gotta dodge more balls, because... You know, very mature jokes. Wow, can you believe this is from the same developers that later went on to make Going Commando, Up Your Arse, you know, all of those for the Ratchet & Clank series? Oh, now he's got a fucking pterodactyl. All right. Ah, now are we the last boss of Sly Cooper? We better control better than that one did, that's for sure. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting some multiple hits in. I was like, am I out of range? The range on this is like, it feels weird anyway. Yeah, now obviously he's really far away. It makes sense, but before it was like, oh, he's in the same place. Where'd he go? Did he go behind the scenery? Did he go outside the field of play? Like that thing from Armored Core 3 that pissed me off for like hours. And then I literally did it in one go after I shut the stream off. Because that's what would happen. First try! We did it, Reddit. That was a pretty lengthy fight, but it was significantly easier than the Gulp battle. Probably mostly because the second phase, which was shaping up to be the same thing for a second, just stood there and took all my hits.
Yeah, I better. They'll be missing me in the Dragon Worlds, and I've still got a vacation to take. I need it more than ever now.
Before you go, I think that Moneybags has something he wants to give you.
A swift kick in the ass? Oh, wait. No, that's me. Alright, you know what?
Very sorry that he made you pay so much on your way through Avalar.
Never mind, I like Hunter.
For helping us.
Wow, thanks. Sparks, can you grab him?
Let me just type in the new
He
coordinates.
just fucking clobbers Moneybags.
Spyro, you can now go to Dragon Shores.
Hey, why don't you guys come with me? I bet you could use a holiday.
I'm afraid we can't, Spyro. Ripto may be gone, but he caused a lot of damage during his short stay. We'll be cleaning up for weeks. Just remember, though, that you can always get back.
Also,
to
the
Avalar
warp
from
gate would,
Dragon
like,
Shores if you
tear
wanna
you in
visit.
twain or something,
Okay.
possibly. I don't know.
Come on, Sparks. We got a lot of vacation to catch up on.
Yeah.
Well, we did it, folks. We got credits that are probably the same as the other ones, right? Because, yeah. He just fell into the lava and died. The end. Yes. Yes, that is exactly what happened. Except that apparently he survived and Ripto became the final boss of Enter the Dragonfly, which was the first PS2 game, and a game that is quite infamous for being a horrible glitch mess that is like, wow, this franchise survived that. And then it kept dying repeatedly, actually, come to think of it. Because what, after that you had Hero's Tale on PS2, and then that ended the regular Spyro continuity. There were the GBA Spyro games. There was that Legend of Spyro sub-series that somehow got all three of its games. And then Skylanders was technically tied to Spyro. Like the Rabbids tied to Rayman, except with less Ubisoft. I think I have a Skylanders figure somewhere in the house too, because there's a lot of those. Oh, it was by Chrome Studios, right? Right. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh shit. Chrome Studios, also originally known as Beam Software, I believe. Beam Software, who you might know from the Shadowrun game for Super Nintendo, and the SNES port of Smash TV. They also did some other things. They did. Oh God, what was the Nightshade: The Claws of Sutek? I had to think of the actual subtitle to it for the NES. A game that is quite infamous, despite the fact that I'm pretty sure nobody has ever played it, because it was featured in a video by a guy on YouTube who later turned out to be a real piece of shit. I'm going to leave that one open-ended. If you know it, you can say, but I'm just gonna leave that one a mystery for anybody who doesn't know. So that way you can all just imagine why you should be disappointed in me for remembering that, right? Anyway, I am still leaving the credits running, even though I don't know if there's anything different. Oh, Jesus Christ, no, Irene. That seems like it wouldn't be, Anyway, okay, yes. Nightshade is infamous insofar as it might be... thank you, bot. You made me skip the rest of the credits. No. The infamous Nightshade video that I'm referring to, Nightshade was featured in a video by JonTron, is what it was. And I'm kind of saying that at this point in 2024, even if realistically, even if JonTron hadn't turned out to be a useful idiot for fascists, remembering JonTron trivia in like 2024 or whatever it is, I don't know. That seems like a bit of a questionable, questionable taste there. I mean, yeah, I guess I did kind of leave it open-ended, didn't I? And see, we got a portal right back to the main game in case we didn't 100% everything. Do we have 100%? We sure do. And yeah, we got all of our money back. That's right. Fuck you, moneybags. We win. We win.
Well done, Spyro. Step
Hey, buddy.
right into Dragon Shores Park. By the way, if you win 10 tokens, you can visit our theater.
Niles. When do we get our gems back from the capitalists? What, in real life? That's a good question, Mega Man. But in this game, we got him back in the cutscene. And for getting everything in the game, we get the game tapping out for a second. We get an infinite super flame. Oh yeah, my visuals are unchanged for that. Anyway, we can dunk the Yeti multiple times, I guess. I missed the animation of... Oh, it just drops back in from the ceiling. No, it didn't crash, but that would actually be very funny.
Welcome to the Dragon Shores Coaster. Here at the shores,
Nigel.
we'll just ride, though. If you can pop all the balloons on the track, a token is waiting for you. Ready to ride?
File taxes, that's one. That's a good... In theory, anyway. Alright, so... Oh god, was that like a baby elephant that was tied to the tracks? That's horrifying. I do so enjoy trouble with the trolley. Wait. Oh, it's a turtle. Why did I think it was an elephant? I don't know.
Good job, Dragon. Here's
Yeah,
a
I couldn't
token
get
for you.
I couldn't get a good picture of a good mental picture of it from there.
All right. I'll flip this switch, and now you can ride. Watch out for the other coast.
All right, just keep picking these things up. I can't tell the difference between like any animals, and by this point you should probably all know that. Or like anything else that's not an animal either. I can't tell objects apart whatsoever.
Ow!
Trouble with the trolley, eh? Sorry. I made that joke already. Okay, well that's great, because how much of a test of skill do I really want here? The thing that's throwing me a little bit is that the controls for this are slightly different from, well, that one place. So I'm just like, huh? As I'm trying to navigate these tracks. Hey, we can angle like that in midair. Nice. Alright, no sudden stealth cart. I'd be very sad. I'd kind of laugh, though.
Not bad. Here's another token.
Concentrating way too hard on a rail shooter you don't control.
There's one more run. You're on a roll. This time you'll need to use the cannon installed on your car to shoot down balloons. Watch out for the other...
Alright, well, let's see how this goes. Okay, well, we got... Oh, they really don't show you them popping as well as you'd want them to. Oh, I was holding the stick left there, game. I disagree. Oh, well, we'll just have to make more loops. Get turtled.
Ow! That looked like it hurt. What?
Alright, we missed that other one there. Well, we're re-looping for it. Same with that. Yeah, see, actually being able to hit these red balloons is kind of a pain in the ass. A red balloon will send you straight to hell. We miss anything here? Yeah, we missed one of those. There we go. Alright, only 10, and that's gonna be at the next branch that I somehow missed this time. Or we can miss another shot there. That's fun. Can I get it on the loop back? Tell us where the capitalists are. We can get our gems back. Nice. I like the way you think.
Wow,
I think.
You're a natural. You've conquered the coaster. Here's my last token.
Well, it's certainly a token of your extreme difficulty. Wait. Fun? You kidding me?
Wanna ride the coaster?
I just wanted to go up there and see if there was anything I was missing.
Free! You pay no money down and make no monthly payments. In return, I'll give you one token. One is all I can give, but you can ride as many times as you'd like. Hop aboard, my friend.
Are we going into the Tunnel of Love with Norm? Oh no, there was Agent Zero. Oh, I see we're going it alone here.
Here's your one token. When you have 10 tokens, try visiting the Dragon Shores Theater.
Stop asking questions. You won't like the answers you get.
Hiya, Spyro. I hear you're a pretty good shot. How'd you like to try my shooting gallery?
Oh, I know about that, buddy.
Okay, I'll set the timer for you.
Did you see me try to do that Evo's escape level in Space Station Silicon Valley? It was pretty sad. We didn't even get to see the boss level of the desert world in that game, which uses it uses seriously basically a version of Eye of the Tiger as its music. If I don't have that in my lineup of like pre-stream stuff, I need to put that in there.
If you want it.
Were they? I didn't notice, but that's very funny.
Nice shooting.
Nice shooting, Tex.
Ready for the next round? Okay.
That's right. Spyro the Dragon is being rebooted under the name Tex. Tex Murphy, I guess? I don't know. I'm like, wait a second.
Here's a token. Ready for the next round?
Oh boy, how many have you got, Nelson? Nelson Muntz.
Okay. Great. Here is my last.
Only 3, but that's about what I figured.
Come on back anytime, Spyro.
Hey there, young fella. I'd sure like to let you into the...
Right, alright. Your roller coaster man. Hey, you, what can you tell me about the dunk tank?
Step right up, Spyro, and take a look at what we've got for you today. Inside this here booth, you'll find some of the most vicious creatures you've ever seen. Here's a baseball to spit, sport. Take aim, shoot at the target, and watch as the terrifying creatures fall into the water below. But don't worry, you won't hurt them. Hey, that was pretty funny, wasn't it?
Hey.
Have another shot if you want.
Love that 0 effort token.
This is pretty easy, isn't it? Have another one of these.
And Golem turning into a mud golem, I suppose.
Have another shot if you want, kid.
Oh, it's this jackass from that one area. One of the very few evil penguins I can think of in video games.
You really are a great shot. Take this.
Hooray!
Have another shot if...
And that gets us to 10 tokens. And hey, buddy, what do you got for us?
It's your lucky day. You've managed to win enough tokens to enter the famous Dragon Shores Theater.
And what are we gonna see? Is it something that we're not sure kids should have seen? No, it's cutscenes that we've seen before. Like I said, is it something that we shouldn't have been showing kids in the 90s? Is there anything else, anything new here? Have we done everything here, or is there, like, more to do with the game, I guess? Because, hey, we've seen the cutscenes. Yeah, that's true, if I can remember the names, well, the order anyway. I think it'll be like these two. Oh, there goes his chair.
did it!
Whoa!
Rest in
Laura,
rip.
Where'd you come
Wait.
from?
I was just outside the castle in Autumn Plains. The castle is now free again. There's no sign of Ripto. And since you've been around, the creatures of Avalar are finally starting to get along. Since you've done so much for Avalar, and since I know you've really missed being on vacation, we really wanted to do something nice for you. It's not much, but we hope you like it.
Oh, wow, this is great. Aren't you gonna join me?
No. I'd like to, but I've got to go check on the professor in the winter tundra. He's still trying to fix the super portal so we can send you home.
Oh, that sounds...
Gotta go make sure he didn't stub his toe.
I think I'll just hang out here for a while and soak up a few rays. Uh-huh. Hey, where'd Laura go? I better follow her.
Spyro the Dagger not paying any attention to what was going on.
I think I've finally come up with a way to access the Dragon Worlds from the Super Portal. This power crystal should give us the extra boost that we need.
I just needed new batteries.
Calculations to set it up. I think I have it. Excellent. Everything is finally ready. We're going to need a lot more orbs, but with the power crystal boosting it, the Super Portal should work again.
So, you thought you had gotten rid of me. Well, I'm afraid not. I persuaded that fat bear Moneybags to sell me a few bombs.
Oh, classic Moneybags.
Don't even try it, book boy, or you'll be the world's smartest pile of ashes. This is just what I need for a new scepter.
Hunter, do something, quick!
Hey, give that back! Well, I tried.
You little fools! After I destroy you all with my new scepter, I'm going to rename this place Riptonia!
As Ripto is just really out here calling these people little compared to him. I mean, listen. Well, that's the cutscenes we missed. Yeah, I think we're done with the game now. I mean, listen, I had a feeling this stream was going to be short. Yeah, yeah, I remember seeing 90s model Hunter and just being like, that is horrifying. Now he actually looks like a cat and has, like, accessories. 90s Hunter was completely naked. He did in Year of the Dragon. I don't remember that being a thing in Spyro 2, but you also got to keep in mind that my 90s Spyro experience is playing the demo that was in Crash 3, and that's it. So, yeah, for me, these games are like mostly all new territory, and we get to see the bumpy ride that is Insomniac learning to actually develop games. So that way, by going commando, they actually could put out something that was kind of a total banger. Anyway, yeah, so... Nah, I don't want to shoot any more ducks or anything. That is Spyro the Dragon, Ripto's Rage. It's pretty okay. Mostly when you're more on the platforming levels, but I did prefer the first game. I wonder how Year of the Dragon is going to end up being.